welcome back. Well, today I am joined by Judy and Charles, who are here from the Right Now Show. Well, welcome both of you. How are you both doing?
Great. Nice.
I'm doing well, thank you.
Good. Well, I mean, we've been obviously doing Zooms now for quite some time, and I know you guys are not immune to it either because you have your own show and you have guests just like we do. So let's talk about the Right Now Show and what have you guys been doing over these past couple months?
Zoom, Zoom, Zoom.
It's true.
Names are Zoom, right?
We miss the studio a lot and the camaraderie, but the one thing the Zooms allowed us to do is we're going outside the village and the nearby areas to get guests in from across the country and across the world. We actually have a guest lined up from England in a couple of months.
Right. I mean, that is some of the good that's come out of COVID-19 is that we have the Zoom available and a variety of other softwares. And even my doctors are digging it because they don't have to leave the hospital. They just walk to their office, do their 15 minutes, and then they go right back to surgery.
Right, yeah. And some of our guests that are motivational speakers or on book tours, they've got more time. Exactly. So they can take time for an interview. It's wonderful. Yeah.
Exactly. So let's start with your July show. Who did you have on?
Luis Alberto Urrea. He's someone I met down in Tucson, maybe 10, 15 years ago. And he's a professor in the University of Illinois, Chicago. And he wrote this book in 2003 called The Devil's Highway. And it was a Pulitzer Prize finalist. And he says to me, he would have won that year, except that was the year that the commission came out with the 9/11 commission report. And obviously that took first place. But very great writer, good friend, and we love him.
Oh, that's awesome. And how about August?
Vince Papali. Oh, what a terrific guest. And what a story. He was 31 years old when he became a rookie for the Philadelphia Eagles, which is quite an achievement. And he was a teacher before. And they did his life story with Mark Wahlberg called Invincible. And he's also written a book with someone else called Invincible, and just a very moving story. And what a guest, just inspirational and enthusiasm for life and just a joy to talk with.
Oh, that's awesome.
And he was in Florida when we talked to him. So there you are. That's one of the advantages.
Yeah, it's closing that gap. That is for sure. Closing the miles.
Yeah, right.
And then September, wow, you had Jamie Ford on?
We had Jamie Ford, New York Times bestselling author for 2.5 years with his book On the Corner of Bitter and Sweet.
Can you imagine?
And he was coming in from Montana, and he was a total delight. And he's fascinating to talk to. And of course, they're in the movie production now. And that's what we like to talk to authors outside who've not only done well with the books, but converting them into movies.
Yeah. Oh, I like that too. And a couple of the books that I've read are now movies, like Little Fires Everywhere. I was reading that, and that's now a series. And then, gosh, what was the last one? Oh, I forgot. But now it's now being turned into one. So I do like that too, because then you can go watch the movie as well.
And his novel, Hotel on the Corner of Bitter and Sweet, sold over 2 million copies. I mean, that is so fabulous. And hopefully that's an inspiration to our viewers, because it's never too late. And Jamie said that too. And so many people that move to the village, they've got time to write, and maybe they've always wanted to do it. Now's the time, and hopefully our show will make them want to go to their word processor. Well, that dates me. That's where I started. The computer
now.
Yeah. But
Jamie also said that he never, took any English courses, and he wasn't an English major, and he just sat down one day and started to write. So that's another inspirational note.
Yeah. And I know with my grandparents, I wished I had asked them more questions about where their life and growing up. And so many people here, even if they just write their memoirs for their grandchildren, what a wonderful gift.
Exactly. No, it's true. It's true. All right. So let's see. Now, next month you have somebody coming up.
Leo Rossi. He's known for his acting, but he's also a screenwriter. And he's a mutual friend, and he's now in production, although all production stopped just like ours in the studio. But he's got a book that he's written, or he has a screenplay he's written that's being converted into the final movie. They've got funding for it, based on the life of a boxer, and a boxer that I knew very well, a personal friend of mine, and his name was Joey Giardella. And Joey's story is about his son who was born with Down syndrome, and Joey helped the Special Olympics get started with the Shrivers.
Oh, wow, that's great.
And I just watched Leo Rossi in a movie, Heart Like a Wheel, yesterday, and he played one of the lead's husbands. Wonderful actor, wonderful movie. So I'm looking forward to talking to him. And Charlie said he has a lot of stories. He's worked with some big names, so that'll be fun. Yeah.
You know, let me ask you both about your show. So as a whole, what are you trying to accomplish?
Go ahead, Judy. You just said it so.
Yeah, yes, I feel a big part of it is really to inspire them. And also, we have so many fascinating people here, right here in the village, that are just treasures with their stories. So a number of our guests are local residents, and it's fun to see your neighbors. And I always am amazed when I see that not only did they get the idea for the book, but they bring the actual physical book to the show. They've done the whole process. And we talk about that process sometimes. A number of them are self-published. And they're just an inspiration is a word I keep using, but that's what they are. And I think it's great to bring their stories to this.
The show is now, what, 10, 12 years old? Judy, you started before I did?
For about 13 years.
Wow.
13.
It's been a while, yeah.
And I think the next Village Breeze is going to have the history and a little update on what we're doing now too in the next issue.
That's great. I mean, you know, we all try to inspire and we try to inform, and I think that's what most of our shows do here on Village Television. And so I appreciate you guys taking the time to get to know people in the village and expose what they're all about, because you're right. We have lots of people here that have really unique backgrounds.
Yes.
Oh, we do.
Absolutely.
I actually met the man who replaced Einstein at the university in Princeton.
Oh, did you?
Living here in the village, yeah.
Oh, no.
I know. You can sit next to somebody next to the swimming pool. Well, we can't do that now.
Yeah.
And you never know what they get until you read their obituary sometimes.
Oh, isn't that terrible? Unless you just, well, I know. But, you know, we'll get back to our normal and we'll be able to chat and get to know everybody again. So let's talk about when your show airs.
We air every Monday at 10:30, right, Judy?
And every Friday morning at
11.
Okay, so which is it every Monday at 10:30 and every Friday at 11, or is it reversed? Because your notes say it's reversed.
Well, sometimes it's right in the globe and sometimes it's not. So I would say starting at 10 o'clock, watch Channel 6. You're going to find something interesting, and we'll be going eventually.
Let's just go a little further. Say just start at 9.
Well, you know, Lisa, our show's now an hour. So what they've been doing, since you don't have the Trading Post, they've been letting that show run an extra half hour. So maybe even starts at 10 and ends at 11 instead of 10:30 to 11. So I know your schedule's been all messed up too because of the virus and the
well, we shortened it we are now a half an hour. So now we go from 9 to 9:30 Monday through Saturday. So
there's a half hour we could use.
Well, you can't have it. No, I'm just kidding.
I can't have it.
We may want that back.
And you'll take it back eventually.
We will. Well, it's very nice talking with you both. Thank you again, and we'll see you again soon.
Oh, thank you, Lisa.
All right.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
And we'll be right back after this.